What is that? That's not even... This upsets me a little bit. So if you know me for a while, I've been working at Chick-Fil-A for about 3.5 years. In fact, I'm wearing one of the shirts I usually wear, and I have my name tag on. And today was my last day at work, so I am now obligated to react to videos and make commentary based off some Chick-Fil-A videos. So without further ado, without wasting anyone's time, I'm about to start with the first video out of, I think, 3-ish. There's 3 like videos and then 2 shorts. Anyway, so we're going to be reacting to the first one, which is we tried Chick-fil-A's secret menu by Food Insider. I'm shocked there's even a secret menu. I didn't even, it's so secret even I don't know about it. So we'll just get right into it so I can express my opinions on it. So let's just do that. Man, that's pretty big. What is that? Okay, you add the buffalo sauce.
What's up, everybody? It's AJ, and I'm back to do another secret menu taste test video. This time, it's Chick-fil-A.
What is that? Hold on, wait, what is... What the heck is that? Hold on, give me 2 seconds. What is that? Is that the soup? No, I'm trying to process what this is right now. It could be a frosted... No, it's not a frosted coffee. Is it a frosted coffee? Can't be. Because here's the thing. Different locations had different menus or different ways they can serve food. So this is kind of baffling. At first, I thought this was a soup of some sort. But I, like... Well, it's a soup, but I... no, sorry.
The internet is...
But, like... What the heck is that?
It's Chick-fil-A. The internet is full of secret menus for fast food chains. I love Chick-fil-A, so when I found articles about Chick-fil-A's secret menu online, I knew I had to
Quesadilla, okay.
Actually real. Chick-fil-A is still pretty new in New York City, so I wasn't sure what would happen.
Okay, so what I'm seeing right now is that there aren't things you order off the menu, because there's like things off Dairy Queen, because I go to Dairy Queen sometimes. You would ask for something that's not on the menu and they would make it for you. I'm assuming the secret menu is basically you order the items and you make it yourself. So technically I don't say this is a secret menu. It's more of a DIY project, if anything. So that's just me. Okay, so we got cheese fries, double down, buffalo chicken sandwich, and something else. It was a float, so it's probably that.
So you can
cheese fries.
At Chick-fil-A, but I'm not sure that it counts because you have to put a slice of cheese on your fries separately, and they don't look appetizing at all. But we're gonna eat it. I love.
What is that? What is that? That's not even... This upsets me a little bit. It's just a slice of cheese and fries. It's not secret. You can do this at home. You just ask for a slice of American cheese on the side.
Chick-fil-A fries, they're like excellent. Like the fry part of this, I'm totally in love with. The cheese on top of it.
Yeah, you should be in love with the fry. You should be in love with the fry part.
Fries, you would
This is upsetting. This is getting me upset.
Baseball game from the concession stand. Not that good.
Yeah, no, it's not going to be good. Double down. It admittedly looks appetizing based off the fillets and the bacon and the cheese and whatnot, but yeah, let's just take a look.
This is the double down. It is 2 patties inside of 2 patties with pepper jack cheese and bacon in between, like everything. If you go to order a double down and they don't know what you're talking about, just order everything separately.
Yeah, we're not gonna know what a double down is. We don't know what that is. I have never been ordered that in my entire life. When was this? 2018. I was there, I think, in 2017. I think I started in 2017. So no one's ever asked me for a double down. This is something I first heard of now as I'm watching this video.
That's what I had to do. And now we're gonna build it.
gonna
Who
build
orders
it.
this?
Yeah, no one orders
Well,
this.
I built my double down, and this thing is huge.
I don't know why, but I thought the top parts were hash browns. Even though we have the small ones, I thought for some reason the McDonald's and me got me for a second. I thought it was hash browns, but
I mean, it's got.
that's just me. I'm dumb.
Like, I feel like I'm lifting like a 2-3 pound dumbbell. It's big.
Looks big. It looks pretty good though. I am quite hungry though, so that's a different story.
So it's physically impossible for me to fit the entire thing in my mouth at one time.
Can't blame
It's
ya.
really good. It's just chicken, cheese, and bacon, so you can't really mess that up.
That is pretty good. It looks pretty good. Okay, I have a problem with this. This and the fries. Let me just give it a minute.
This is the buffalo chicken sandwich. It's pretty straightforward. I heard that you can order this at the counter. Just say, "Can I get a buffalo chicken sandwich?" Or
No, you can't do that. No, we'd be looking at you completely confused. Like, what is this guy talking about? And we'd probably ask you, did you want buffalo sauce on the side? So yeah.
chicken sandwich with buffalo sauce on it, and they'll pour it on there for you.
Do we? I'm questioning myself now because, like I said, this was pre-COVID and everything changed after COVID. So I don't think we remember doing everything for the customer, like adding. I'm gonna back up so this mic doesn't get topped out. I don't remember having to do that kind of thing for customers. Most I've ever did for someone was what was it? Like get refills or, you know, get a baby stroller out for them. It's simple stuff. You're not adding to an order. The back of house would do that, not the front of counter person. And it looks like that they put it in this bag. And that would be kind of hard to do for front counter anyway, since we just give it, the front counter gives the food. Back house actually makes it. So I would assume that back house did that if it did happen.
It's like hot and ready to go when you get it. I just got the sauce separately and poured it on myself.
Yeah, that's not. This is just me critiquing the fact that these aren't really secret. These are like things people would make up as you would go along. Like, I like buffalo sauce, or I like, you know, wings, right? What if I added buffalo to my Chick-Fil-A sandwich? It's not secret. It's just things people do usually. I mean, I don't see people add sauce to their sandwich, but like that. But I don't know, man. I don't see people eating while I'm working. I'm busy helping the customer with their food and whatnot. So I don't really know.
Do well with spicy things, but we'll see how this goes.
If you like buffalo sauce, it's gonna be pretty
I like
good.
it because it's Chick-fil-A chicken, and I love Chick-fil-A chicken. Sounds like a Chick-fil-A chicken, buffalo
Also, I don't like pickles. That's just me.
chicken sandwich. Like,
I just want to make people mad that
exactly what you think it would
they
be.
like
I would definitely
pickles,
disagree. I think if I'm at
but,
Chick-fil-A and
I don't
I'm
like
ordering a
pickles.
Chicken sandwich, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of feel spicy today. Feeling a little spicy. I get some buffalo sauce and I pour it on myself.
I mean, it's obviously going to be good. Root beer float. What I'm assuming is happening here is that they put root beer and added ice cream. That's pretty much the exact thing I'm looking for. But technically, we have a root beer float. Now, I say technically, I'll get into that later within one of the shorts because I previewed the shorts already, and it's just because I really wanted to talk about them. But yeah, technically you can make a root beer float now, but not in this kind of manner, just from the
So
outside.
this is the root beer float. All you have to do is ask for root beer and a serving of ice cream to go inside of it. In this case,
Okay, we can't really add ice cream to a root beer. You have to do that yourself. Plus, preferably it would be in a cup of ice cream because we don't want to just give you a cone and ice cream. Be like, here you go, just dip that cone into the root beer. But no, we don't do that usually. We don't make people, or we don't usually put ice cream in our root beer. You have to do it yourself.
they gave me ice as well. So I guess hold the ice because you don't want.
Yeah, you're asking for a root beer and a side of ice cream. We don't know that you're going to do a root beer float. No one does that.
Put ice in your root beer float. And tastes like a very standard root beer float. Nothing special. I probably would not reorder a root beer float from Chick-fil-A. They don't seem to care. about the quality of their root beer floats very much.
Huh. It's almost like we don't have it on our thing. I'm not being aggressive, obviously. I'm not trying to be, but I'm slightly annoyed that they're assuming that we have these things in mind, like the double down. Never heard of it in my life. If someone asked me for that, I would have no idea. If they asked me for a root beer and ice cream, I would give them a root beer and a ice cream. It's not the same. It's not, I'm like having root beer in mind, but it's just, we don't expect people to do this, obviously. What I expect is people order the sandwich, fries, and a beverage. They eat the sandwich and the fries. They don't put the fries in the sandwich. I mean, that does sound pretty good, actually, now that I'm saying that out loud, but we don't expect people to do something like this. It's kind of interesting, though.
Apparently, another really popular secret menu item is their quesadilla.
The internet claims that it's sometimes made at southern Chick-Fil-A locations. We tried to find it here, and none of the Chick-Fil-A's by us had even heard of it. Could it be?
Yeah, no, honestly, I've never heard of it. So, personally, I'm based off the accent. I don't live in the South, but it looks good, but yeah, I never heard of it. Not at once.
We don't know.
So overall, I thought the experience was just okay, but I have heard that down south, it's a lot better experience. You can walk up to the counter, order these things by name, they'll make them for you, and they're just absolutely delicious. Favorite thing, hands down, was the double down.
That one looks pretty good. I will give it credit. That one looks pretty good, actually.
Who doesn't like chicken, bacon, and cheese? But in my opinion, you can never go wrong with Chick-fil-A, especially if you're just getting the original chicken sandwich.
Amen, brother. Amen. See, I liked most of that. Yeah, I liked most of it. The thing was that they say it was a secret menu, but it's not really secret, especially the Buffalo and Chick-fil-A sandwich, or the Buffalo sandwich. It's not really secret. You just kind of put sauce in a sandwich. And if you, like I said, one last time to reiterate, if you ask someone for something that's not really on the menu, we're not gonna understand. At least most people. Apparently, South, most of these things are more commonly asked, I guess, because they did say that he did say that, you know, if you ask for these at the counter, they'll do that for you. And these look like something from South. I mean, Buffalo. I mean, kind of a southern thing, I assume. I'm not really good with culture in the South. I've never been down there, but yeah, most of these seem southern. So overall, it's a good video. I just had a problem with the fact that they say it's a secret menu, because where I work, we don't do that. I don't think we would be able to do that even close. Like, especially that root beer float. I mean, I can understand where it's coming from with the whole order of root beer, ask for root beer float, but I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, good video, I would say. Okay, this one caught my interest. Bizarre rules that Chick-fil-A workers are forced to follow by Mashed. I'm gonna love this one.
Chick-fil-A is one of the most popular fast food chains in America, and that's true both with customers and employees, who generally report good experiences from working there. Good vibes aside, though, there are some decidedly unique rules Chick-fil-A workers have to follow. Here are a few of them.
Now, obviously, the my pleasure is one of the more obvious things, but that's the only one I can really think of that we're forced to do. I mean, obviously, there's some of these that might just come natural to me at this point because I've been working for so long, but I have no idea aside from my pleasure.
When you say thank you after getting your order from a Chick-fil-A employee, you won't hear "you're welcome" in response. You'll actually hear the more formal "my pleasure." This is not necessarily because whatever just occurred was enjoyed by the employee. It's rather because "my pleasure" is the response encouraged by Chick-fil-A. The practice of saying "my pleasure" instead of a "you're welcome" or "no problem" or "sure thing, champ" started when the chain's founder was staying at a Ritz-Carlton hotel. A Ritz-Carlton employee used those two fateful words, and he was completely taken with the phrase, which he felt truly elevated his experience. He requested that My Pleasure be used by employees of Chick-fil-A, and it eventually caught on and continues today. In fact, many former employees reported almost impossible to stop using My Pleasure, even in locations where
that is completely true. This statement, one second.
employees were eventually caught on
We gotta
and
hear that again.
continues today. In fact, many former employees reported almost impossible to stop using My Pleasure, even in locations where it's not always required.
Amen, dude. Because of course, like, you're gonna say you're welcome when you first start. It's gonna be natural. But like, once you start saying My Pleasure, you cannot stop saying My Pleasure. I remember so many times just accidentally saying My Pleasure. And then my parents were like, just looking at me weird for a minute. It was just, but yeah, no, that's completely true. Once you start saying it, you can't stop saying it.
Christian even said My Pleasure as he was changing our tire.
Until a few short years ago, visible tattoos were banned company-wide for Chick-fil-A employees, and workers were required to buy specialty sleeves or other garments that covered any tattoos visible on arms or other body parts. Today, the company has dispensed with an official policy banning visible tattoos, but they are still prohibited at many Chick-fil-A franchise locations. And while not expressly prohibited by overall policy, a look through comments from Chick-fil-A employees on job sites reveal a culture generally opposed to visible ink. That said, many locations are relatively flexible about the unofficial policy, so a tattoo is no reason not to apply for a position working at Chick-fil-A. But if you also have dental or body modifications, or if you wear strong perfumes or excessive makeup, you might want to alter your style before applying to work at the franchise.
That seems very obvious, because tattoos are something you don't really come by if you're going to a family-friendly restaurant. Because you don't want to teach your kids, hey, look at that cool guy with the tattoo, right? Like, you don't want people to see the tattoo, so it's obvious that, yeah, it's obvious. To me, it's obvious that you wouldn't want tattoos being shown, so it's not really forced. Actually, I wouldn't say it's forced, it's more or less highly recommended, so.
If you rock a cherished beard or a great goatee, you'll need to look elsewhere than Chick-fil-A for your next job. Chick-fil-A employees are not allowed to have any facial hair beyond a neatly trimmed mustache, such as is permitted by military regulations.
Interesting.
A person's mustache must not be wider than his mouth and can't be long and thick, and sideburns also have to be trimmed. And a team member appearance memo from a Chick-fil-A on Fulton Street in New York City goes so far as to dictate that any team member presenting improper facial hair at work, quote, must go buy a razor and shave before being clocked in or be sent home. Many Chick-fil-A
Interesting, because I have sideburns as well, and I've been fine with it recently as well. They changed the policy recently, so that's probably the reason why I was able to get away with it more often. So I do remember when you get first trained that you need to be clean shaven or have a slight mustache, but they changed it so you can get away with it a little bit easier, so it's not completely banned now.
Team member handbooks contain this rule: false fingernails are not allowed in customer service areas or food preparation.
It makes sense.
Areas. So that means, in effect, that false nails can't be worn anywhere.
It's so obvious, though.
And it makes sense for a restaurant to limit something like large acrylic nails that can easily detach and risk falling into a customer's food. Chick-fil-A rules do, however, go beyond state law and do indeed concern style and self-expression.
True.
Most locations do not allow any nail polish beyond solid colored polish or a French manicure. It's important to note that Chick-fil-A is not the only restaurant with this policy, because there are health code requirements in many places that relate to the potential of polish chipping during food prep. If you want to work...
Okay, another thing to note for fingernails is that you cannot, if you can see your fingernails, if you're kind of doing it like this, that means they need to be trimmed, because you don't want overgrown fingernails, obviously. So it's nice to be presentable with the fingernails as well.
At a Chick-fil-A, you had better either be a very polite person or be able to act like a very polite person for an entire shift multiple days per week. Any lack of friendly positivity is not allowed for a Chick-fil-A employee. The entire corporate culture of Chick-fil-A is built around unflagging politeness, and many employees report that being polite has to start right from your initial job interview. One former Chick-fil-A employee who left a posting regarding the interview process said, "My best advice is to be yourself, be polite, and
True.
dress nice." CFA is a customer-oriented company, so make sure you can show them that, saying yes ma'am, yes sir, no thank you, my pleasure, etc. If you were
Very true. That's extremely true. I wouldn't say it's bizarre. Actually, most of these aren't bizarre because you're dealing with a food company. It's like a food. So the fingernails, facial hair, tattoos, obviously, those aren't really bizarre. The only thing I really think of bizarre is the my pleasure, but that's just me. But most of these seem normal. Like they don't seem bizarre. They just seem like it's natural, if anything. I would definitely say that politeness is the most important thing in getting a job at Chick-fil-A because, like it said, it's a customer-oriented thing. So definitely be polite, use your manners, because you don't want people to walk around for, like, you know, the restaurant and saying, you know, I can't even think. I don't even want to think of anything because I can't picture anyone saying other than those like polite words at a Chick-fil-A. I just can't imagine it personally.
work at a Chick-fil-A and you want to get your hair dyed, that's no problem at all. Assuming, that is, you get your hair dyed black, brown, blonde, red, or some variety of these naturally occurring hair colors. That's because unnatural hair dye colors are banned for Chick-fil-A employees. That means no blues, pinks, greens, purples, and so on. Even
Yeah,
if
I don't
they are
really
just
need to worry
streaks
about
of
this one.
color highlighting your natural hair, and easy on the styling too. The ban on hair dye at Chick-fil-A seems to be a product of the company's conservative culture, while in other cases it may force employees to conceal their own sense of style or even sense of self while at work.
I don't even really need to pause.
For
That makes
many
sense.
people, those delicious Chick-fil-A waffle cut French fries
Oh,
are
this
as
one.
much a draw
I know this
as
one too well.
Chick-fil-A's vaunted chicken sandwiches. And many of those fry lovers would love to get their French fries well done. When you ask for your fries well done, this means fried twice. As in, a Chick-fil-A employee would literally resubmerge your already finished French fries back in hot cooking oil and deep fry them again. This results in a darker, crunchier, and all-around more delightful food. This used to be a favorite semi-secret menu hack for many people. But
True.
sadly,
True.
employees at many Chick-fil-A restaurants are now banned from giving customers well-done fries, even when asked. The main reason they can no longer give fries well done is simply that refrying French fries takes too long, slowing down progress in the kitchen and slowing fulfillment of orders. Owning an
Unfortunately, that's extremely true. Not only does it take time, it's apparently what I've been told is a health hazard. That's just what I've been told, though. That's what I've been told to tell other people. But I remember specifically people getting extremely upset over it because that was like their favorite thing to do, like favorite order of fries. But yeah, that decision caused a lot of headache for not only me but other people. So it's unfortunate. I never actually got to try the well done fries, so sad.
Operating a string of fast food restaurants can make you a very wealthy person indeed.
True.
If you work
True,
hard
true.
and you have a spot of good luck, owning one Chick-fil-A franchise can make somewhat flush as well. But you'd better not try to expand your fast food restaurant empire beyond that one location, because that's against the rules. Chick-fil-A franchise owners may only have one Chick-fil-A restaurant at any time, and no other business ventures. This rule forces Chick-fil-A franchisees to put all of their time and energy into their one location, and it also means that no franchisee will develop significant power over the larger chain. So while Chick-fil-A restaurants may be famously affordable, though challenging to acquire, know that you will almost surely not expand beyond one restaurant if you were looking to get into the chicken-centric fast food business. Check out
Okay, one thing before I start or end this whole thing or this section, I heard that the operators get everything basically like you don't need a huge net worth like McDonald's or something. I think everything comes free or comes with the purchase of it. I'm not sure. The only thing you need to pay for is the actually being able to operate a store like that. Overall, I would say the word bizarre is too much. I think that is overbearing, and it's not really accurate at all to what they're saying. So the like to district ratio is kind of justified. These next two are shorts, so they are going to be like a minute long or whatever, but I picked these two because I saw them already, and I wanted to talk about them in depth a little bit more. So
as a former Chick-fil-A employee, I feel like I should tell you guys a little bit about this. I don't know if I want to call them like Chick-fil-A hacks or whatnot, but they're not like posted up on their menu. So maybe we'll call this like Chick-fil-A secret menu.
I would say this is something I would refer to as a secret menu. Yes, this is the root beer float I was talking about earlier, this whole idea. But we'll get into the video a little bit more. But yes, this is more of a secret menu than actually a hack and whatnot.
The reason I'm going is because my ice maker broke, and you can buy a bag of ice at Chick-fil-A. Their pebbled ice is like top tier. Second thing, which I think is going to be like most appealing to everyone else in the world, you can get any of their sodas frosted, not just frosted lemonade or frosted coffee. Also, you can ask them to add like the strawberry puree to the lemonade, and then you can get a frosted strawberry lemonade. But like so many people love the frosted Dr. Pepper, frosted Coke, frosted Fanta, frosted Powerade. I'm gonna go order it, prove to you guys this is real, and this is really just my excuse to get Chick-fil-A for lunch.
Okay, couple things. One, she is correct in that it is a frosted because it's literally just it's like a frosted lemonade, but instead of lemonade, you're putting the drink of choice, like a high C, in there. So basically, it's the exact same procedure except you're switching up beverages, and that includes basically how it works. So basically, there are two lines on a cup. If you look at a clear line or a clear cup, you'll see there are two lines. There's a red line and a black line. Basically, with frosted lemonade and a high C, you add them to the black line, and then, or no, hold on, is it the red line? I'm so, this is my brain fart moment. Oh, red line, sorry, because red line is, or sorry, the black line is for the ice for iced coffee. Yeah, so red line is for the liquids for frosted. So basically what we do is for lemonade and high C, we add the liquids to the red line, and then we add ice cream pretty much to the top, and then spin it around. So that's how it works if you're curious on how frosted lemonades or frosted beverages are made. But the actual term, it's not frosted actually, from the POS system. That's what I was referring to. POS system refers to it as spun soda. So it's not, we don't refer to it on the POS as frosted something. It is spun Coke or spun high C, that kind of thing. And I don't know when was this posted? 2021. Okay. So I have no idea when, but we added the strawberry lemonade, not the frosted strawberry lemonade, the strawberry lemonade. So pretty much it's ice with the lemonade and then add some strawberry to it. Simple, not bad. In fact, it's really good.
Guys, they're in the tents. That is so
and that's funny because I'd never seen that. We actually had this huge thing that above us, like a tent that would hang above us. So I've never seen that. So that's pretty I found that pretty funny.
For the drink, can I get a frosted Dr. Pepper? Large, please. Yeah.
Large, you can't do that. It's unfortunate because you can only do small. It's extremely bad because we can only, it's due to a health hazard actually, but I don't know, but there was a point that we had large cones, large shakes, and all that kind of stuff. We had larger sizes of desserts. But then all of a sudden, boom, all that's gone, and all you have is a small cone, a small shake of every size, and if you want frosted, it's only in one size. So large doesn't really count anymore, but this might be before that happened. So I don't remember exactly when that change happened, but I remember being personally sad about it and other people being sad about it as well.
Can I get a bag of ice as well? Actually, I'll do 2 bags of ice, please. Got lunch too, but here we are. Here's the drink. They made me park and wait for the ice. So good. Not kidding. Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, those are in premiums. So that's technically referred in, I think, as a premium item. It's not as it sounds. It's not very expensive, but yeah, things like gift cards. You can actually order toys as well, like just the individual toys. And I think a cow plushie. I remember on POS there was just something you can order, a cow plushie. So Yeah, that's something. I just want to walk up to a Chick-fil-A at one point and just say, "Hey, can I get a cow plushie, please?" And then them looking at me extremely confused. That'd be funny. But yes, you can order bags of ice. I think you can order a scoop as well, because I remember on POS it said order a scoop. Okay, this one I found extremely funny. This is me whenever like I need to hide my expressions, because you know I obviously don't want to say these things in front of the customer, and this is obviously acted, but a couple things to note. I'll let this thing play out because it's so funny.
Yo, it's raining. What do you want? Hurry up.
Yo, let me get a spicy deluxe.
Spicy deluxe.
Let me get two spicy deluxe.
Two?
Yeah.
Wait, DoorDash?
No, but it's for me. And then a spicy chicken sandwich.
With bulk?
Bro, can you just listen?
Yeah. It's raining. Hurry up.
And then some fries with that.
Yeah. You want a milkshake, smoothie, water?
Yeah,
Water.
yeah, milkshake. Yeah, the Oreo joke.
I knew you would want that. Here, scoot up. My pleasure. Scoot up.
That's so good. Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny because whenever people like, hold on, whenever they say like one Chick-fil-A sandwich, I'm like, okay, and they're like two Chick-fil-A sandwich. It bothers me a little bit, but it's sometimes I'm like exaggerated. Two?
Yeah.
That kills me. It's so funny though. It's so accurate. The thing about this is that he's out like, we don't walk this far because you can see at the end you can see the window area right there. You can tell based off that what's like the roof kind of right there. But we don't walk that far because we have this area of like cars go into the drive-through. You know, there's those speaker boxes, but before that there's like this tent or this area where usually we're covered and whatnot, and we don't walk that far, at least for where we are. So that's something to note. But also, cookies and cream shake is the most popular shake by far and away, the most popular shake we have on the item or on the menu. All right, so those are Chick-fil-A videos I found on the internet, basically by looking on YouTube and whatnot. So if you want to see more videos and get more insight on Chick-fil-A, just a little bit more, leave a like, comment, do the thing, you get the idea. And yeah, I will see you guys next week. All right, see you guys.